These bookshelves are built into our unit that we're renting, which is great. It is a huge, chaotic mess. I don't know what I'm in for. I feel like this is gonna take me a lot longer than I think it is. Let's do it together. I have already moved all my cookbooks into the dining room. I will insert footage of that here. Hello, Past Jordan. No need for cookbooks in the library. That's a lot of cookbooks.
That's a lot of cookbooks. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot. Now, it's time to wipe down these shelves. Let me know if you want a recipe for AP cleaner, all-purpose cleaner. I don't buy cleaner anymore. It's just for countertops. It's not for anything crazy. I use more heavy-duty stuff for the shower. I don't have to spend money on this. And here's Mikey. Can you hear him? Here he is. Leave a comment down below if you want me to put the ratios for homemade all-purpose cleaner. And now, get to spraying. It is non-toxic, so even if my cat licked it, it wouldn't be the worst thing. To start, I'm gonna take everything off the bookshelves. What I want to do today is I want to organize by genre and by what I have read and what I have not read. I want a very clear shelf for my TBR. I'll give you an overview of what everything looks like right now, a little before and after, if you will. The current state of our bookshelves: nonfiction, nonfiction, nonfiction and some fiction, and then some of Zach's textbooks. Piles of books since I moved those cookbooks into the dining room. Just chaos. Journals, some kids' books, SJM, my book of the month. So let's get into this. Bookshelf number 1. This is all fiction. So I'm gonna start by putting it into piles. Here we go. Love taking them all off. This is gonna be great. I'm putting them all back on. I'm looking forward to reading this Blake Crouch series. Pines, the Wayward Pines series. Favorite book. Read this. Please, read this. Nah. I'm very overwhelmed and I don't know how I want to organize this. And I don't know what to do.
Help me. I'm in over my head.
Better. I'll give you an overview of what I've done so far. I've gotten most of the fiction books off the shelf, as you can see. So I'm leaving Dear Sarah J. Maas right there for the moment being. I dusted these shelves not too long ago. Yeah, you heard me. I'm not gonna dust. Not too bad. So the problem lies here. These are all the books that I want to read, plus more. There are too many books in the world and I would like to read them all. I kind of want to keep them separate. I do want to keep all of my unread book of the month books together because I think they look pretty together. And here For right now, I'm not touching the nonfiction because last time I organized these, I organized it by category of nonfiction. We have plant stuff, some philosophy stuff. We have biographies, and then a couple of Zach's money books. We have self-help, spirituality. We have more philosophy, existentialism, and we have our travel books. So these are nicely categorized. I'm gonna leave it for now. Obviously, I might switch things around. Oh, Magnolia, come here. So down here, here's starting stacks of fiction. I have romance, sci-fi. I have some classics, which I'm starting to build up a collection of that. Fantasy minus Harry Potter and Sarah J. Maas. Crime and thriller. And then litfic, and then Zach's TBR. The types of books Zach reads. What the impressive stuff. You won't catch me reading this, but I hope for the best for him. King. So I don't really know what to do now. I need to decide what to do with my TBR shelf. I guess I'll make it look pretty and go from there. I'm gonna keep going and I'll let you know when I have updates for you next. Okay, I've made a decision. I would like to put my TBR, which is currently down here, move it up so it's more at eye level. I don't know what I'm gonna put down low yet, but this shelf I'm gonna organize by genre and what's on my TBR. Here we go. Okay, I'm happy with this. So far I have unread books. There she goes. Unread books that I would like to read. I've gotten it to a point that I'm happy with. To be read. To be read. Onward. Moving on to fantasy up here. My dear sweetheart Zach got me this.
Severus Snape, the definitive analysis of Hogwarts' mysterious potions master. It's a mouthful.
This is great. Fantasy. TBR. Moving up, we're doing romance. Does anyone else put their shittiest books, like, in the farthest corner, out of sight? Sure, I enjoyed this. But was it good? No. No. In a perfect world, I would like to keep all of my genres together, including hardcover, paperback. I know some people want to keep their hardcovers and paperbacks separate for visual purposes. I would like to keep them together based on genre, but I might have to separate some literary fiction paperback from hardcover, so I'm going to do that right now and see how many I have, see what can fit on my shelves. Ooh, I'm winded. Has anyone read this? I'm intrigued. It's the author of The Time Traveler's Wife, Her Fearful Symmetry. I'm gonna have to put this on the TBR. So, for example, I got these used for 50 cents each. Same author, Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns. There's a huge height difference. Shelves are only so big where I want to put lit fic and general fiction. But I don't want to separate these. But this won't fit on the shelf with this. I'd have to move, do I have to move everything? I might have to move the shelves. I'm gonna keep these together. I'd like to read this. I've had this for years and years and I haven't read it. I also got it used. Heard great things. Let me know if you've read this. And a bookmark fell out of it that I made. Kind of creepy. Have yet to read any S.A. Cosby, but Zach is a big fan, and these are definitely on my list. Alright, we have made decent progress. Still have all these, and I think we're gonna pick this back up tomorrow. So see you in the future. It is the next day. We're gonna continue on with our organizing. Oh, kitty. So I'm gonna walk you through what we have left. We're getting close. We have the stacks behind me to put away, and I need to do some work on the nonfiction, but I'm feeling pretty good. So here are our stacks. We've got a bunch of lit fic, needs to go up here. This is how my fiction side is looking, / unread books. Pretty good. Let's get to work.
Come on.
We are done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we are done. I'm going to show you the overview. An in-depth bookshelf tour will be a separate video. Let me show you how I did this. I'm so excited. With how these turned out. Here's an overview for y'all. We've got our 2 TBR shelves at the bottom, fantasy and then read books at the top. And for a closer look, I have my small but growing kids book collection, some read romance and fiction books. Shout out Sarah J. Maas on this fantasy shelf. Here's my TBR shelf, and that also extends down low with some library books and nonfiction. On to the next unit, we have a lot of nonfiction. This shelf right here has self-help and classics. Down low we have sci-fi and thrillers. And an overview for you, there's some travel books on that third shelf, some plant books, and then up top we do have some read fiction. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.